What's up? What's up, everybody? Holy crap, what a beautiful day here down in Martin. But that's the way it's going for me. Like, what did we have? A couple weeks ago, we had like temperatures in the 60s and 70s. I was at work that whole time. And then when I got home, the weather changed. Just like last weekend. Now here it is, 60 some degrees, sun shining, beautiful. But okay, let's move on from that. Holy crap. One away from 100 subscribers. Blows my mind. Thank you. Thank you to every one of you that have subscribed. Please share. If you think it's worth sharing, share. If you think it's worth liking, like. If you think it's worth subscribing, subscribe. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. Too many people on YouTube already do that. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. You know what? Every time they tell me that, I feel like not doing it. So I ain't going to tell y'all to do it. Everybody out there watch my videos, you do what you want to do. Throwing some trash away. Just got back from the, it's called Road Equipment, Road Pro. I had to buy, well, you know what I just found out? May 9th will be 15 years experience I've got on the road. 2008, May 9th, 2008. That's when I got my CDL. So May 9th of this, you know what? Today's the 4th, 5 more days. I have 15 years driving truck. And the one thing I've never heard, now I did hear recently that they make air dryers with spin-off cartridges. So you just change the cartridge. Well, I didn't know that they even had a cartridge in them. I just was always told, change your air dryer. Change your air dryer. Change your air dryer. They're only $169. Of course, they're probably a lot more than that now, but so you just did. Well, thank you, Road Pro or Road Equipment, whatever it is. Okay, Road Equipment. If it wasn't for that guy, I'd have spent a lot of money on a new damn air dryer, and I didn't need the air dryer. I just need the what the heck did I just call it? Oh, it's been a rough one, everybody. Been a rough one. As you can see, Lieutenant Watermelon still running strong. Cartridge, that's what it is. Air dryer cartridge. Well, I bought one. Here's the thing y'all gonna want to know if you decide to start changing your air cartridge, which I was told every year change your air cartridge, your air dryer cartridge. First time I ever heard that. 15 years, never heard it before. No mechanics ever told me that. Go figure. Now, if you look in the back of Lieutenant Watermelon, you can see, yeah, wants to stare at me. New cords. Had to replace them cords. And then I went to replace, I think you can see, yeah, right here. Where these lines plug in, these things are right here. Oh. Come on, tilt down. There you go. Right here. Yep. Yeah, hopefully you can see it. I don't want to turn my, yeah. You got to stop the phone, then you got to change, yeah, so maybe, yeah, that thing right there. That is what the line plugs into. Well, when I took the old lines off, I found that this one actually was loose. So I tried tightening it up. Well, it didn't get tight. It just broke right off. So I had to go buy a whole new valve and these two things. So that's a little something I want to tell you guys too. You might already know. Maybe some of you don't. Just like I'm 55, been driving 15 years, didn't know nothing about no air dryer cartridge. So we can all be ignorant about something, right? Of course. So what I've been finding out, and so like I said, some of y'all might know this already, and but some of you might not. So what I've been, let me get over here where I'm out of the sun. There we go. Okay, so what I've been finding out is you used to be able to go, let's just do the auto parts store, and you'd buy this brake kit, right? And everything that you needed came in the same box, remember? Now, every single component is sold separate. So you may get this for that. Oh, you got to have that. Well, that's over here in this package. Oh, you got to have that too. Okay, that's over here. They'll separate all the parts. And now that's how they sell them. So be aware of that when you go get something that comes with multiple parts. No matter what it is. If it's got multiple parts that makes it whole, right? You're not going to get the whole thing. You're going to have to pay for each part individually. Yep. Found that out with the airlines. Also did the wife's brakes, and her caliper mount on the front, both sides were froze up. So I had to get a caliper mount before I could replace her, before I could finish her car. I was putting on new pads, new brake pads, front, back, new rotors, front and back. I couldn't get that caliper around that caliper mount. It wouldn't go into the mount. Well, it's because I don't know what they're called. They basically when the caliper squeezes to give you brakes and then you let off the pedal, it releases. There's these two things that are connected to that, two bolts like, and they got rubber springs on them. So when you release the brakes, they don't just stay where you left them. They actually spread back apart because this thing pulls them apart. Okay, that's been normal on all brakes for a long time. I mean, that's pretty much how they made them, designed them. But each design is different now that we're getting new age. And I don't know how many of you out there feel like I do, but I just assume keep everything the same. What's wrong with the way it works? Why break it and make it? Everybody's trying to make that dollar. Trying to make that dollar. Listen to them Jake brakes. I don't know if you can hear them. And I just thought of something. You might not be able to even hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. I can see the... Oh, wait a minute. Looks like the mic... Quit, stupid phone. Yeah, I might have to start over. All right, I'm going to stop this video, and I'll restart if everything's working good. All right, we're back. Yep, it's recording noise. Sometimes if I leave my headset on, I drive, we have to drive these big semis with headsets, hands-free, right? That's fine. I like to have both my hands free anyway, so I don't mind headsets. I am starting to lean to, this headset's getting old. Still works fine, but it's getting old. So I think instead of getting a new headset, I'm going to get the JBL, AirPods. A friend of mine that works in this building, he's got a couple of sets and he tried them out. And I asked him what the best one was for distance from your phone, because headsets, even I got one of the Blue Parrots 4, I think it is, Blue Parrot 4. It's top of the line. But once I get behind my trailer, if my phone's in the cab, it don't matter if my window's down or not, my signal gets broke up. And I don't want that to happen. So my buddy up in here, former military guy, so that's why I call him my brother. My brother from another mother who took up his arms, found his courage, and swore an oath. Hoo-ah. Anyway, he said, I asked him about that, the distance. How far can you get away from your phone before you start losing signal? And he said the JBL ones do better on that than AirPods or any of the other ones. So y'all let me know what you think about that, because that's what I'm leaning towards when I replace my headset. But anyway, my headset, if I don't turn it off, it'll stay connected to the phone even if I'm not using the headset, and I forget about it. So if I'm recording a video, the only audio recording being done is on the headset. So I did that once before. I spent 15 minutes making a video. No audio whatsoever. I had to do it all over. Hey, you live and learn, right? I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going to walk, just going to walk. I'd rather be at home right now. But that's an hour and 10 minutes north. And you know what else I'd rather do right now than be here at Martin, where I'm at, working, fucking living? I'd like to be riding my Harley. Now, some of y'all know, as you've watched my videos, I got a 2020 Street Glide Special, and it ain't been rode yet. So I'm really itching to ride. That's what I miss, my Harley. And I've told you guys before that this ain't gonna be much of a video. it's such a beautiful day, and I felt like sharing it with somebody, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. How's that? So I'm just going to walk down here and talk a little bit. Yeah. All right, I want to talk about something. All right, you know I'm a truck driver, so I'm on the road all the time, right? All day long, every day. Well, Monday through Friday, Saturday, sometimes Saturday. But anyway, I see a lot of these four-wheelers out there, okay? And some of them might be you. I don't know. Or you might know some of them. I don't know. Let's talk about it. All right, number one. Y'all know what a fucking blinker is? Yeah, I cussed YouTube, and I don't care. I ain't even near 1,000 yet, so I ain't getting compensated for nothing anyway. So anyway, does anybody know what a damn blinker is? Anybody? Hello? Anybody? How about lights? Do y'all know what lights are? When it's raining, dark. Oh yeah, dark out. I see cars going down the road with no fucking lights. Dark out. What's the matter with you people? And I'm not saying you people watching my video right now. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. I don't know you. Can't see you. Don't know who's watching this video. But you out there in the world, okay? Specifically here in the United States, and specifically where I'm at, okay? Because I can't talk. This happens everywhere. I know it's happening everywhere. I don't give a damn. That's not my problem. And there ain't nothing I can do about it except talk about it. So that's what I'm asking. Do you guys know what a freaking set of lights are? Does anybody know what a set of lights are? You know, your headlights, your tail lights. You got blinker. Anybody know what them blinkers are on there for? Indicators? You know what them are for? Here, okay, you might not know. Maybe your parents didn't teach you or something. I don't know. Okay, so if you're going to turn right, like you're going down the road and you're going to turn right into your driveway, here's how you do it. You know where you're going, right? I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be going there. So before you even get to it, you know you're going there. You see it, right? You've been driving long enough. Now you can see the drive or road you're going to turn on. Generally speaking, turn your blinker on right now before you hit your brake, okay? Why, you ask? Okay, good question. The reason you do that is to let the person behind you know what you're doing. Nothing's more frustrating than being behind somebody and they start slowing down. Brakes are on, they're slowing down. I'm downshifting, I'm slowing down, and I'm sitting in the cab going, what the hell are you doing? Where are you going? When nobody knows, right? If he was turning right, then I could go around him on the left, right? But he doesn't tell you, or she don't. They don't tell you. I don't understand why. You know, and I've seen this with young people, and I've seen it with old people too. Some of you old people are getting on my nerves. You guys were raised better than I was, but I was raised in the same standards and morals and all that as you were, with less punishment, I guess. I doubt I was punished as much as some of these 70, 80-year-old folks were when they were kids. But anyway, I digress. But some of you old folks, I'm 55, so my age and up, I'm not old. I don't consider myself old, but I'm trying to make a point here, okay? I don't know what happened to you. I don't. Y'all were taught how to drive. Y'all were the good people. You were the people that knew how to do everything, taught your kids, taught your grandkids, and you've lost all your manners. You've lost all your morals. What happened? You're supposed to be showing an example for everybody else, okay? Okay, now that I've talked to my fellow double nickels or more. All right, young folks. It's not your fault you didn't get told something. You didn't get taught something. You're ignorant about a lot of things. So am I. Okay, 55. I'm ignorant about a lot of fucking things. And everybody is. Okay, so don't feel bad you don't know. You were left to your own accord. You were set up for failure if they didn't tell you, if they didn't teach you, if they didn't show you. Whoever they are, okay, mom, dad, grandparent, whoever it was, okay, that didn't tell you what you should have been told. Lights on, not just for you to see. It's that, yes, but it's also so people can see you coming. What the hell? Okay, and And your blinker is to indicate to those people in front of you and behind you what you are about to do. As you heard before, jeez, who in the hell's coming here? As you heard before, I see people not using their blinker at all. They ain't got no tail lights when it's dark out. Oh. You know, I don't get it. I just don't. Turn your lights on when it's dark, when it's raining, when it's foggy. Okay? When the conditions aren't like they are right now, this beautiful day, you don't need no lights on right now. No, not at all. Feel free to turn them off. You don't need them. But if it's anything other than this, right here, rain, fog, snow, dark, whatever, turn your damn lights on, okay? It's not just so you can see going down the road, it's so people can see you. What most people are ignorant about that don't drive for a living, how light works, okay? I got good headlights on that semi-truck, but that don't mean I can see you even if you're in front of me. Sure don't. If there's a shadow from another light, whatever, it happens. I've almost hit people before because they were right there and I just didn't see them. They weren't wearing the right clothes. They were in the shadow of the light being cast off the parking lot light into my head. It's just all weird, okay? But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Turn your lights on, okay? And yeah, that's my little rant on that. Headlights, tail lights, blinkers, what the hell? All right, let's move on. So it's motorcycle season, right? So if y'all ride, God bless you and have a good time. Be safe out there. Keep your head turning all the time. If you don't ride, you never have rode, let me teach you a few things, okay? Because my son-in-law just a few weeks ago got in a big old wreck. And then just today, my son called me and told me him and a friend were riding down to, I think, Daytona, Orange County chopper special or something going on down there, and there's something else going on there, but I can't remember what he said. Well, they were on their way just south of Atlanta, and his buddy that was riding next to him wiped out. I don't know the details why he wiped out, but all his ribs are broke. He's got a broken arm. He's got a broken, what the hell else? Yeah, he's messed up. Oh, his spleen's affected. So I told my son, I don't know what you're going to do, but I mean, he's going to be there for a while because they got to operate. You know, they're going to operate on that spleen. If it's bleeding, they're going to operate on it. So I don't know what happened to him. My son-in-law, the one that crashed a few weeks ago, I know that I don't know because I wasn't there, but from what I heard, he come up over a hill and there was stopped traffic. He didn't see it. Well, as a motorcyclist, we need to be aware that that's always a possibility. If you are coming up, if you're driving down the road on your motorcycle and there's a hill in front of you and you can't see what's on the other side, what should you do? Slow down, maybe? There might be something over there. Are you in such a big hurry that you can't slow down? You know? What's the problem? Slow down. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know. I'm just trying to picture in my head how in the hell I would run into the back of somebody on my motorcycle. Because I'm as careful as they can be as far as I can tell. I do 58, 60 mile an hour is what I really do on my bike, simply because of fuel mileage and because of idiots around me. Everybody wants to do 70, 80 on the highway, 60, 70 on the rest of the roads, right? Whatever. I mean, they want to go as fast as they can go, right? All the time. So I just go 60 or 58 and I just let them pass me. Just let them pass me. Go on by. Now, I don't wear sunglasses anymore. I do on my bike, but that's it. Wow, look at that. I didn't even see that. that. Oh, come on. What the? All that yellow. Can't even see what you're looking. There you go. All that yellow. Used to be a gate, you know, kind of a gate down that cement. You know, that cement that's raised up. Shit, I don't know what to call this stuff, man. I'm ignorant when it comes to a lot of things. I just am. It's called concrete. You know, concrete's what's finished. Cement, and then you add a component to it, it makes concrete. I get that, but I don't know what you call that. A wall? It's not really a wall. But anyway, that whole gate system was on that wall. I don't know when it got knocked down there because I never noticed. But what it's from is drivers backing into this dock right here aren't careful, okay? And I'm sorry, but there's a lot of truckers out there that aren't careful. That's all there is to it. We already had that fixed from when we got here because the gate had been knocked down before. When we first got here, we had this all fixed. And then, look at that, they bust out the concrete because people just, I mean, if I don't see, okay, when I'm backing into a dock, and I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, okay? But when I'm backing into a dock, I want to be straight. So I get maneuvered until I can pull ahead and I'm straight. So I can see the dock on both sides, right? That's when I back into the dock, not before. I never try to cut into that spot because of that. So like I'll get up all through here and up over there and then bring my trailer so it starts to be back here when it starts to straighten up and go straight back. But before I even get back there, way before that, I'll pull forward so I'm lined up perfectly and then I'll just back straight up. The other ones don't bother me so bad, but this one, you're close to that wall. I don't know who designed this. I mean, it's doable, but no, you know, everybody don't drive the way I do, so. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm not. I'm sure not. Far from it. Man, I am just, thank you for all of you that subscribed. And I promise you, there will be more videos. I bought the air dryer cartridge, so I'm going to change that next. I could change it today, probably, but I don't like to start something at the end of the day that I've never done before, because you never know when something might break, fuck up, and then you got to run uptown and go buy another one. Otherwise, you ain't going to be able to work tomorrow, so I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to mess with it today. But next week I will. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday, somewhere around there. And I'll videotape it so y'all can see how it works on a 2005 Freightliner Century. Come on, with a 12.7, 14-liter head. Yeah, I was told by my mechanic that I got a rare motor. I guess Freightliner built them for 6 months to a year or something like that. And it's got a 14-liter head on a 12.7. It's a 12.7 with a 14-liter head and a 14-liter gearbox. I guess they only made them for so long. My buddy's got one. His is an 04 Freightliner, mine's an 05. Me and him both have the same exact motor. It's crazy. But anyway. Well, today's Thursday, May 4th. 3 shuttles tomorrow, and I go home. And I don't care. 1 day, 2 days, any part of tomorrow when I get home, if it ain't too late, or Saturday when I wake up, anytime, I'm taking a ride on my bike. There has to be some good weather at some point, right? So I'm gonna cut this one right now. I appreciate y'all watching my video. I appreciate y'all subscribing. We're gonna get Sergeant Major up and running. Well, we are. I'm telling you, I'm tired of this job here because I mean, we ain't making near the money we were making. Well, we're losing about 1,000. Shoot, yeah, 1,000 a week almost, up to, you know, 750 to 1,000 a week, depending on how it works out. That's a lot of money, and I understand why they're doing it. I do. But it ain't working for me. And I own this truck, so I can go wherever the hell I want. So I'm still waiting on a phone call if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I still gotta look. I've looked and talked to a bunch of people, and either they don't have what I'm looking for, or they don't have. Yeah. Well, I talked to going over the road again, right? Going out on the road. I don't really want to do that, but I thought I could make more money out there if I, because I've done it before. I've ran on my own. Not this truck, not the Sergeant Major. Definitely not this truck, but another Freightliner 2012 Coronado. Beautiful truck, loved it. Had a 48-foot step deck with a California spread, loved it. And I was running 2+ years on my own, like I had my own authority on the door, but I didn't. I was using somebody else's, but it was a mom and pop and son outfit, and they just let me do what I want. And since I did a decent job of making the money, they didn't bother me. So I thought I could probably do that again. But I talked to a mentor, and he went through my numbers currently and the numbers out on the road, and he said, just stay where you're at. So here's why. I run, about 1,560, about 300 miles a day. Not even, but close. So 1,500 miles a week. 1,500 miles a week, and I make, if I can run 5 days a week, that's 15, I can make about $2,000. So 1,500 miles for $2,000, that's pretty good money, right? I mean, I know it's good. It's decent money. It's not as good as I want it. Okay, when you own trucks, you got bills like I do. My fault. Nobody else's, my fault. I got bills. I sold my land up in White Cloud, Michigan, and used that money to pay off some debt. So I'm in better shape now than I was, no doubt, but I'm still not in great shape. So I still got to get some debt paid off. I got it, and then I want to buy 2 more trucks, just like this one, not color, but Freightliner. I want to buy 2 more Freightliners, and I want to put drivers in them. And I know a lot of you have already done that before, or are doing it, have never done it. It's all up in the air, right? I mean, here's what most people do when they buy another truck, and then they tell the company they're leased to, find me a driver. I'm telling you right now, the company that you tell that to, they don't give a damn about your truck. Okay? They don't. That is your truck. That's your responsibility. That's the last thing on their mind. So do you really think they care about what driver they put in your truck? No. They want a verifiable driver. They want a healthy driver, drug-free, alcohol-free driver. Once they find that, they don't care. And nowadays, they don't even have to speak good English. They don't even have to understand good English. So I'm not letting no company find my drivers. I will find my drivers. And I know where to look. And if it takes me a month to find a decent driver for one truck, well, it takes a month. I don't care. I have standards, and I will not forego those standards. You drive my truck, you're going to either be a lot like me, or you ain't driving that truck, okay? If you don't take care of that truck, if you're driving somebody else's truck and you ain't taking care of it, you're a piece of crap, okay? I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at all. I hate that it might offend somebody, but that's too bad. You need to be told. If you're driving somebody else's truck and you're throwing crap on the floor, you're not washing the dash once in a while, or wiping the dash once in a while, you're not washing the windows once in a while, you don't tell the owner that, the mirrors ain't working no more, or the damn seat nut, bottom of the seat nut, the nut on the bottom of the seat came out, or whatever, you're not relaying that to the owner, then you need to, sir, ma'am, you need to get out of that truck and go buy your own truck, and then treat that truck like the majority of people I know treat their truck, and you'll be all right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's my truck. Treat it like, I don't know, there used to be a respect in this world, and like me, I would never get in somebody's truck, and I've been in many, so I'm not just speaking out my ass here. I've been in many trucks that weren't mine, that I was driving for somebody else, and I treated that truck like it was mine, and it was worth a lot. You know, see, everybody calls these things work trucks. Well, they are technically a work truck, but that is my business, okay? This is the main tool of my business, the main tool. Without that, I don't make no money, period. So this ain't just a work truck. This is my business, and I treat this as a business, okay? My business is to move freight for whoever's willing to pay me. Right now, that happens to be Classic Transportation and Warehouse, and has been since I bought this truck. Before that, I was driving somebody else's truck. I just don't like making the money I make with driving somebody else's truck. You know, $1,000 a week was what I was, which $1,200 a week. But I was working my butt off, dude. Working my butt off, and I want to work less and make more. Is there something wrong with that after you've been doing all this for your whole life? I mean, I don't think so. So anyway, I'm rambling here, getting out of nowhere. All right, so yeah, so there you are. Not much of a video, to be honest with you. I'll have to do some editing. It's over 30 minutes long, probably almost 45 minutes long. So I'll edit some and cut some down. But I appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all watching. I told you before, you do what you want with my videos. Don't make no difference to me. I mean, it does. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate you guys watching. Why else would anybody put videos on YouTube if they didn't want people to watch them, right? Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, you're ticking me off, phone. All right, hold on. There we go. Why are you turning that way? All right, you could probably, I don't know if you can see them. Had to put new reflectors on the back of my truck because the old ones broke off, fell off. So these are nicer though. They're just glue on or stick on. They're not even like real lights. They're reflectors. They reflect. So I like it had it when I got it, so it was just I wasn't gonna put them back on, to be honest with you, because I mean, International don't have them. I mean, so I figured, well, you don't really need them. As long as you got the mud flap reflectors, you're good. You know, you got to have some kind of reflectors back there, and I guess that's what the mud flaps are for. But I was feeling bad about it, so I went ahead and got. It only cost me $1 or something. I mean, who cares? But I feel better about it. Yeah. Oh. Now I couldn't videotape this because it was a shop doing it, but I had this thing in the shop. Just got it out Tuesday. So yeah, what's today? Thursday. Yeah, yesterday was the first day I drove this week, so I only drive Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week because Lieutenant was in the shop getting new kingpins. Yep. Why is my phone turning away from me? I just don't get it. I don't understand why it does that. I didn't tell it to do it, so why is it doing it? All right, that should be better. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, so I had them change my kingpins. That cost me just over $2,000. They also checked out the whole front end. I had just put slack adjusters on. I've replaced all 6 slack adjusters with the help of a friend of mine. We got them on there. But, you know, this is what I was talking about earlier. When I bought the slack adjusters, I figured all the key lock pins and C-clip, all that would come with it, right? No, none of it came with it. So I didn't know. So here we are. I got the old ones off. We're putting the new ones on, pulling them out of the box, and then you got that. So we had good thing I freaking don't break shit when I take it apart. So anyway, so I had this other company do the kingpins, and I had them go through the front end, check out the S-cams, S-cam bushings, replace all them components on the slack adjuster because we didn't get those, and those are rusted, old, and they don't. I gotta look at the receipt, but I swore the receipt said they did, but it don't look like they did because they would be brand new silver looking. It's only been 2 days. Yeah, so I just got the truck back Tuesday from that. Now I have to get it aligned. They wanted to align it, but I said nope. I don't like regular commercial style front end aligners. I don't. They do it all wrong. there's a real way to align your truck, and it's called MD. So Mike Delta MD alignment. You can look it up. If you got a truck, that's what you should be aligning your truck with. Find the nearest MD alignment shop near you. Mine happens to be a guy that lives just 15 minutes south of here, and next week I'm going to have him come over here to the warehouse, and we're going to go through align the front end. Now, MD alignment will also align your rear ends and your fifth wheel. So there you go. I suggest you look into it. Do your research. If you drive a truck. And I say if you drive a car, whatever you drive, there's a real way to align those too. But, you know, I'm not going to ask everybody to. If you want to, just look it up. MD alignment. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks again for all the subscribers. Thanks again for watching my videos. Keep coming back. Don't give up on old Sheepdog. We are going to kick this out. This weather is a pain in the butt. May 4th, and here we are. Beautiful day. First one in a while. Up where I'm at. Some of y'all might be down south. I miss the South. I miss Tennessee. I even miss parts of Texas. I used to live in Texas years ago. That was years ago. But it's not the Texas I used to know, so I won't live there again. But there we go. Hey, radio, you see me videotaping? There you go. Shut up. Good music though, right? All right. Well, the camper ain't no different. Trying to think if there's anything in here you don't. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, man. I got to get some relaxation done because I got to get up and do 3 tomorrow, and then I want to get home. So guess what time I'm starting in the morning? You guessed it, 4 o'clock. I'm leaving this parking lot at 4 a.m. I will be done by noon. Probably by noon. Yep, by noon. If everything goes good, if everything goes all right, I should be done by noon. Out of here by 12:30. Let's say I don't leave Martin until 1 o'clock heading home. I'll be home by 2:30. So I do got to stop at one place. I probably won't. Who knows? I always say this stuff, but it never works out for me. It never does. I'll get home when I get home. But I gotta get off here so I can edit this video tonight and get it uploaded. I gotta make my coffee for the morning. I want to get out of these clothes, get in some shorts, listen to some music, watch a couple YouTube videos, relax, smoke a cigar, drink a cup of tea, and get the flock out of here. Go to sleep. So y'all have a great one. God bless everybody. Thank you again for all the subscribers. 99 strong. Maybe at 100 now. I haven't checked it since last night, so I don't know. But let's get it there. Let's get it to 100. Let's do it. Hell, let's get it to 100, right? Let's get there before fall. First day of fall. Let's get it to 1,000 members before the first day of fall. Can we do that this year? Let's do it. All right. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Look for another video to come out soon. God bless. Thanks again.